Hosted by you/DiligenceStan3748. My father has been married to my stepmother for 5 years. He has been divorced from my mother since my younger brother was 2 years old. There is no animosity between them, and they have a great co-parenting relationship. I have a 17-year-old sister, a 16-year-old brother, and I'm 25. My father also has a 3-year-old son with my stepmother. I found her Reddit account in a pretty random way. Since I'm only home on the weekends, I let her use my computer, and she forgot to close her email. She doesn't post much, but she comments way too much. I was honestly going to close the email, but it caught my attention that all the replies were from a step-parent subreddit, so curiosity won me over. I know, it's not a good thing to do, and curiosity got the cat. The first thing I saw was her last post, in which she detailed things about my life in a random Reddit sub, criticizing my decisions and even lying to get people to support her. She has posts on that site talking about how happy she feels when my siblings are not at home. My sister adores her, but she has comments discussing how she can't wait for them to turn 18 and leave the house because she just wants to share the house with her family, my father and her toddler. It seems that she doesn't see us as her family. She has a lot of comments responding to other people, saying it's totally okay not to love your stepchildren because they're not family and it's okay not to consider them as such. She has comments expressing how much it bothers her when my dad and brother have sleepovers. They just watch a series in the playroom and then go to sleep. She is tired of hearing the laughter of a teenager and can't wait until we all leave the house so my father can be with his real family. But what she hates the most is having to learn sign language for my little sister. It had always seemed strange to me that my stepmother still struggles with sign language, but now I know that she never really put in the effort to learn. My sister always said that for many people, sign language is very difficult, so I never said anything. But now I know that she always found it stupid to learn how to communicate with my sister, even though my sister always tried to help her. I was too surprised by the hatred she has when my father spends time with me and my sister. Her jealousy towards us is so obvious that it disgusts me. There were so many people who told her how they feel the same way about their stepchildren, to the point of sexualizing things. My siblings are not problem children. They even love her very much, and what fills me with anger the most is that she is so fake in front of us. Do you know how many times I offered to babysit my stepbrother so she and my dad could go on a date? All those times she refused to let me take care of him, but now I saw comments she left about how I am living at my father's house and don't help her at all. People responded by saying she should give my father an ultimatum to make me leave because I'm too old to live with him and he has a new family. I cook my food, do my laundry, share a room with my sister, and help my father pay the bills while she doesn't. I only come home on the weekends because I'm attending a police academy all week. I don't even care if I'm making it too obvious who I am. It was my father who told me to move back with him so that when I come back from the academy on Friday nights, it will be a shorter trip. She sexualizes my interactions with my father, saying that it is not normal for me to take a nap hugging him and that I should know my place. He is my father. What the hell is wrong with her? I'm so disgusted. Update 1. Hi, for now I'm going to post this little update here since I haven't spoken to my father yet, but I have spoken with my siblings and mom. I told my dad that I was staying at a friend's house when I left the academy, but I actually went to my mom's house and told her everything. She doesn't even know what Reddit is, but I translated the comments and posts for her. I showed her the videos, and my mom was furious. I explained to her that in the comments, BM means Madre Biológica. I was confused about it too the first time I read it, along with SM. My stepmother also made comments and posts complaining about my mother, despite them always having a cordial relationship. Still, my stepmother was lying, saying that my mother was troublesome. No one in the comments said anything. Everyone supported her and recommended that she move far away with her legal family, far away from the problematic BM and kids. First, we told my brother, who was also upset and said that she was fake. He mentioned that he had seen her ignore my sister and pretend not to see or hear her many times. He explained that, like me, it also seems strange to him that SM has not yet learned sign language. My siblings spend a lot of time at my father's house, and just like English or Spanish, sign language is much easier to learn if you live with someone who uses it every day. Therefore, it is strange that SM doesn't use it. He said that even my father has offered to pay for her classes, but she says she doesn't have time. We asked him if he noticed any other behavior of that kind, and he said that SM doesn't let him take care of our younger brother, which she also does with me. Curiously, she just let our sister take care of him, so I don't understand that. Other than that, she's never treated him badly or anything like that. When we told my sister, she was the most hurt. She cried, especially because of SM's comments towards me, calling me a whore. It's kind of ironic how the comments towards her affected me, and the comments towards me affected her. Something my sister noticed that I didn't is that almost all of SM's comments are criticizing me, my sister, and even my mother. Regarding my brother, she has only criticized sleepovers or when he comes back late from being with his friends. However, she has criticized my and my sister's clothes, made up things about my life, and confessed that she hates it when we hug our father, saying we're too clingy. She has talked badly about my mother, etc. My sister said it's sexist and maybe she has some mental problem. My sister said she always believed SM didn't really hear her and that maybe she wasn't speaking well and didn't understand her. I think that's the crappiest thing of all. My sister's greatest pride is being able to pronounce some words, no matter how short they are or if they sound like noise to some people. We understand her, but SM made her feel insecure every time she ignored her. I know that my sister always justified it by believing that it was her mistake and that SM made an effort to learn but found it difficult. Now we know that no, she was never interested in learning. I'm getting mad again as I write this, sorry. My mother said she was going to talk to both of them, mainly because, even though it's an anonymous site, SM's way of expressing herself is sick, and she's not going to let my siblings be around someone like that. I've received comments like, oh, but she's venting, being a stepmom is lonely. It's not the same to say, I feel lonely and stressed, as it is to say, my stepdaughter behaves like a slut, just because my minor sister and I use bikinis for the pool. Her account is old, and she's been leaving comments like that for years, filled with lies and complaints we've never heard before. It's just messed up. We arranged to tell our father all together and show him everything, so we're probably going to tell him tomorrow because I need to leave for the academy on Monday. My stepmother's account is not deleted. It's crazy how she makes things up to get approval from strangers. At this point, I don't even know if she's crazy or a mythomaniac. I would like to go back to her email since the password is saved, but I don't know if she will receive a notification because this time I closed the account. Update 2. We talked to my father over the weekend. For now, he is staying at my mother's house. It is a complicated situation, especially with my half-sibling involved. During the weekend, I went to my father's house, and the first thing I did was tell my stepmom separately that I had seen her Reddit account and was going to talk about it with my dad. She told me that I couldn't condemn her for something she uses as an intimate diary, but I told her that this is not a diary. It is a social network where she makes her problems and lies public. I asked her what would happen if someone other than me discovered her account. Would they believe all the things she invented? If her identity was revealed on that account by someone else, I would have too many problems and could even be kicked out of the academy. Again, there's a big difference between saying I'm stressed and my stepdaughters behave like sluts around their father. I simply told her that my mother and sister also know about it and would come to talk about it too. For obvious reasons, she just went to lock herself in her room, not wanting to talk with me. Once we talked to my father, I showed him most of the posts and comments. There were so many crazy comments that it would take too long to read them all because they were just so long. She's the kind of person who writes the biography of her life in other people's posts. My father got angry. My stepmom never expressed having a single problem with us like that. The situation would be different if we knew what she really thought about us. My father went to talk to my stepmom, but she refused to discuss it and was mostly angry with me for violating her privacy. My father told her that she was insane for thinking that my sister and I sexually provoked him. He couldn't believe the way she talked about my sister and the happiness she expressed every time my sister goes to the hospital and is not home. He was appalled at how she was counting the days until my siblings would stop coming to the house forever. My father told her that she knew he was a father and that he would never leave us aside. She made her decision, and instead of talking about her problems, she decided to create an account to play the victim. She said she needs a place to vent, but he told her that venting is not the same as telling lies. Venting is not the same as hating your stepdaughters and saying horrible things about them. She could have talked about it instead of just lying. They argued a lot, but it didn't get anywhere because she kept defending herself. My father told her that it was over. My mother told my father that she is not going to let my sister and brother be around a woman who is clearly mentally unstable because no normal person thinks like that. After arguing too much and trying to make SM understand that what she did is wrong, she just justified herself the entire time. My father went with us and told her that he is going to come back just to see my brother every day, but that he no longer trusts her and never saw that side of her. She lied for so many years. Nothing really went as I expected. I think I at least hoped that she could apologize, but I think she doesn't even believe that what she did is wrong. In her mind, everything was totally justified because being a stepmother is difficult. But nothing justifies her being so cruel and poisonous. But yeah, that's what happened. I think it's hurtful to know that someone can hide that much darkness inside. I wasn't too close with her, but I liked her to the point of sharing my clothes and things with her. So, I also feel sad about it, mostly for my dad. I would like to just say that she is insane, but I think that would give room to justify her behavior. She is simply a two-headed viper.